The heavy rains and historic flooding in May is cutting into production and resulting in a mixed bag across the state for this year's wheat crop.
Orelan Johnson has been farming this land near Coy in Lonoke County since 1965. Attractive prices above $8 a bushel last fall led him to plant 300 acres of wheat. Statewide, around 550,000 acres were planted. The majority of the crop was in good to excellent condition until excessive rainfall, flooding, wind, and hail in parts of the state led some growers to either plow it under or cut it for hay. Most of the damaged wheat is along the White River and its tributaries. While some of Johnson's crop was planted along the Indian Bayou and suffered yield loss due to standing water, most of it was on higher ground where his yields should be better.
The weather surely affected us, but we were lucky we didn't have any wind or hail damage. We lucked out on that. We were very fortunate. On marginal land, I'm sure their yields are down some because marginal land is more subject to flood. Water is more of an issue. But like I said, we plant wheat on cotton ground, high ground, and expect a high yield. This year is a little disappointing.
Jason Kelly is wheat specialist for the University of Arkansas Division of Agriculture. While he says Johnson may get a yield of around 70 bushels an acre, statewide it will be a mixed bag.
We're really seeing the fields that were well drained. I mean, we're seeing 80, 90 bushel yields in some instances, and then you get to the bottoms of the fields where the drainage wasn't as good, and then you've got areas that drowned out, didn't have water over the crop, of course, but just had water on the bottom of it, and when it did get warmed up, the crop just shut down, basically died. And so we've got a lot of variation from field to field, and a lot of variation within fields.
Another challenge facing some farmers is the ability to market their crop after some of the grain terminals on the Mississippi River flooded.
A lot of those terminals weren't open when wheat harvest started. I know some of the larger grain terminals, they were redirecting some of that grain to their other locations that were open.
Which means some growers incurred higher transportation costs to deliver and market their crop. Overall, Kelly expects the statewide harvest to be down 10 to 20% to around 450,000 acres. On the upside, he says a number of farms are reporting test weights of more than 60 pounds, which is very good considering the weather conditions they experienced in May.